Hey there, it's Carla Lynn Hall from InternetFamousVIP.com, and I teach bloggers how to create and sell digital products. Well, hello everyone. It is May 6th, which is day 6 of the May is for Marketing campaign that I'm doing this month. And this campaign consists of me doing a live stream every day this month that tells you how to sell your digital products. Or that teaches you how to sell your digital products. In April, in my group, I had a challenge called Amazing April, in which I challenged members to complete or to create their first or their next digital product. And we have a lot of people creating digital products, and that always makes me feel great. But of course, the next step is, well, how do I sell said digital products? So whether you have an ebook or a course or some kind of PDF printable, you definitely want to sell it, I'm sure. And I want to share all kinds of tips this month to help you do that. So this week, the first week, I believe that we have to start at home. Charity begins at home, as they say, right? And if you're a blogger, the first place you need to focus on promoting your digital product, your ebook, your course, your printable is your blog. Social media is great, email is great, all of these other tools that we use are wonderful. However, if someone comes to your site and they see nothing about your product or service, it's going to be very difficult for you to sell them, because People can't read your mind, so do not hide your light. And I'm saying that a lot this week. And I suppose that's kind of the theme for this month. Don't hide your light. You've created this great product that can help people or teach them how to do something. So let people know that it exists. And you definitely want to do that on your blog. So today's live stream is going to be a wrap up of all of the methods that I've been teaching earlier this week. So if you weren't able to get any, if you weren't able to tune in early this week, or you just want to get a quick wrap up of everything that I said before, this might be a good video for that. So get your notes handy and get your paper and pencil, and you can take notes if you like. And also, if you want to just see a whole video that I've created, I have a freebie available. It's a selling video, and I have all these different lessons that I will be giving this month, just wrapped up in a video form. And you can access that by going to InternetFamousVIP.com/sell. Okay, so we did about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 tips from early this week, and I'm going to go over them. So the first tip that I offered for selling your digital product on your blog is to create a compelling sales page. It's not just enough to say, I have a course, I have a book, whatever. Here's a click, here's a link, and you go buy it. I wish it could be that easy, but people need to know that it's really for them. And creating a sales page gives you the opportunity to really present your product in a great light so that it's attractive. So you can include things like, the description of your course, but as well as letting people know. Let me see what do I have for this one. So let me do some of the elements. I called it elements of a compelling sales page. So you have the name of the course, your tagline. You definitely want a headline that hooks people in. You include the pain points, like what is it that someone might be looking for. Offer them a turning point or solution in the form of your product. You share images, so it's not just text all from top to bottom. You offer your description of product. You let people know how your product stands out from others, like what makes it different from others in your niche. And you also include testimonials or case studies so people can see that other people have benefited from working with you or using your product. And a bio, so people know who you are and why they should trust you. And a refund policy, whether or not there's refunds allowed. Frequently asked questions, and of course the price, and several buy buttons. So you want to make sure that people have several places on this sales page to just click that link and purchase. So that's a summary of the compelling sales page, the things that you need to have for the compelling elements of your sales page. Okay, so after that, next thing you want to use, number 2, promote your products prominently on your blog. So your blog, especially if you have a sidebar, has different places where your blog, where that can be seen no matter where people are on your blog. So say they're reading a blog post. Well, if you're on a blog, they will also be able to see the header, they'll be able to see the sidebar, they'll be able to see the footer. So you want to make sure that there are places on every visible angle that people can see that you have a product to sell, or you have a shop, or you have a store, or you have a work with me page if you're a coach. So don't, again, don't hide your light. Promote your products prominently on your blog. Next, I also taught about using or creating sales widgets. Sales widgets are those little boxes. You can get them in a sidebar as well as your footer, sometimes in the header, but not necessarily. But the idea is that these boxes, they have a specific purpose. And you can use these sales widgets to have a thumbnail of your product, like some kind of cool graphic that tells people what it is, and it looks good because people do, they buy with their eyes. They like what you have, and they like how it looks, and then they'll click on it and perhaps purchase it. So you want to make sure that you have sales widgets that have a thumbnail that features a graphic of your product, so people can see it and be interested and click on it and say, "Oh, what's that?" and learn more about what you have to offer. And fourth, I have promote your products with a blog announcement. So that means having a blog post in which let's see, that's the fourth one, a blog post that is nothing but focused on your product. This is not a blog post that you're talking about other products. We want a blog post that is focused on nothing but your digital product. And if you have more than one digital products or different things that you offer, then by all means, you should have different blog announcements for each one of them. So people can see what they are. So for example, it's a blog announcement. It could be just a blog announcement saying, "Hey, I have a digital product available." And you could talk about, the process of what you went through while you're making it, and you can thank the people who helped you. You can also have a press release blog post that it has everything that a journalist or some other media person could come and take word for word. So that means it would describe your product, but you'd also have perhaps quotes from you. You'd have a bio about yourself. You'd have a headline that talks about what your product is all about. So it should read kind of like an article. And the thing about press releases or media releases, however you want to call them, is that if someone is looking to write about you or to write about a product, having a press release kind of post, blog announcement post, it enables them to get everything that they need to tell other people about your blog without having to contact you. So if you never know, writers, journalists especially, they are overworked and underpaid. And when I used to write for Vibe magazine, I definitely know that feeling. You'd be under deadline, I'd be under deadline, and say maybe it's 2:00 in the morning, and I need to find an artist or someone to write about. And the difference would be, I would choose whoever was available who had a working press release, because there might be someone who I might not be able to speak to on the phone or reach via email until 8:00, 10:00 in the morning. But if it's 2:00, I don't have the only thing I have is all I have is what's online. So if I see something online and it gives me all the information I need, that is the product or the person that I would write about, because they have the information already there. So consider creating a media release. And then the other one is just to have like a blog post as you would for your other, like if you're an Amazon affiliate blogger, for example, and you have a search engine optimized blog post, and you're solving a problem or whatever that is, and you're linking out to Amazon products. Well, instead, you talk about your own product, so that you do your announcement in a blog post that talks about how to get something done, how to make something happen. And then finally, yesterday was promote your product within blog posts, meaning just linking out to it. And this is like a simple thing, but it's, again, there's a lot of things that are simple and easy, but people might not feel comfortable doing, especially, when it comes to writing about or promoting our own products. Sometimes people get shy. But this is not the time to be shy. This is not the time to hide your light. This is the time to say, hey, I'm talking about whatever this is in my blog post. And by the way, I talk about this in my ebook, or you can get more more in-depth how-to in my online course, or I have a printable, I have sheet music, or whatever that is. Link to your products within your blog post. Simple, but surprisingly effective. So that is basically my tips for this week on how to promote your digital products in your blog. So I'm just going to do like a quick summary and move on. It's yesterday was so beautiful, and it's a little rainy today. So but that's all right. It's all good. So let's see. So the 5 other tips that I gave this week on how to sell your digital product from your blog. 1, create a compelling sales page. 2, promote your products prominently on your blog, like meaning your your footer and sidebar. 3, create or use sales widgets and with thumbnails of your digital product that leads to your sales page. You can use these thumbnails, you can create them in Canva, for example, and have them link to your sales page. And then also 4, you can promote your products with a blog announcement, meaning a blog post that is totally focused on your product and letting people know that it exists. And 5, you can promote your product within your blog post, just via links, just very, very simple. If that is all you do, you will be surprised that you might be surprised when you start making sales. So make it very easy for people to know that you have a digital product available on your site. Remember, 24/7. The internet is open 24/7. So if someone comes to your page in the middle of the night, or just, you're not even on the computer, you might be sleeping, whatever. This is a global world. You never know what time of the day it is somewhere else where someone is checking out your product. And as long as you promote it on your blog, you give people the opportunity to know about it and purchase. So if you want to get more tips, you can definitely check out my freebie at internetfamousvip.com/sell. And I'm Carla Lynn Hall from Internet Famous VIP. And I hope you have a great day.